Hello, it's me, Kevin Vonesper. Welcome to VonPod. It's my birthday. I got my birthday glitter on. It's gonna be a wild party. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's gonna be that wild, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I didn't bring balloons this time. That's what I forgot. So just pretend that there's balloons everywhere. Hopefully you have balloons at home that you can be just keep them up in the air the whole show. I dare you. Send me some videos. Hello, I haven't done one of these for a minute. Let me explain myself. Let's see what happened. The last one I did was in November with the Manimals, and that's like kind of a long time ago already. In my defense, I did have a show scheduled for December and it got postponed. So whatever. The thing is, I needed to get my album done, my third record, which I have here, and we're going to celebrate a bit tonight. Quarantine Dream, the conclusion to the Quarantine Trilogy trio of albums. And it had to come out in December because there's a Christmas song on here and there's a New Year's Eve song on here, and it's a little bit, you know, it would be silly otherwise. So I got that done. It includes a track with our special guest tonight, Jensen. We're going to talk about it for sure. Totally fine. Get it at Bandcamp, vonesper.bandcamp.com. Anyways, that kept me busy. And then directly after that, I went head first into working on the documentary, The Life and Slimes of Dookie Flyswatter and Haunted Garage. And I'm happy to report that I have a rough cut. And I'm going to start. Yes, I'm on to the next steps. So time to do some more VonPodding. And I got some shows to announce later in the show. It's going to be a party. Jane's here. I don't know what to expect exactly. So this is going to be fun. I think she's going to interview me. And then, I'll follow up with some things that I want to. Oh, dude, when she was on the show last, it was show 17. And now we're at show 74. My hair grew a lot. And I think I'm a little bit better at this than I used to be. So, all right, should we do it? Let's do the show. Let me get my theme song up, which is on the album. The VonPod theme is on the album. So if you like this theme song, consider that part of the music videos. VonPod. Welcome to VonPod. I've got chicken heads and deli creeps, scary monsters and super creeps on VonPod. You're listening to VonPod. With aliens and skunk dogs, I hope you're here to chat along to VonPod. Welcome to VonPod. You're listening to VonPod. You're watching VonPod. Hello.
Hey, there was. Oh, hey.
Hey.
There was no sound. There was no sound in the VonPod.
Really? Did you guys not
Did
hear
you guys?
it?
Did anybody in the chat hear the music that goes with
I
the
think
VonPod
Shovel.
intro?
Look, Shovel's singing along.
I don't know where to
so.
look. Cause okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
This is weird.
So, do you want to explain your setup here?
Yeah. So another thing is all my questions are in my phone. So now that we're using my phone camera.
Uh-oh.
But we just do what we can. It's gonna be magic because
exactly.
It's because you have.
I'll tell you what. I'm not worried about anything. I know you said you were gonna have some tea. I have some tea here.
Oh, I have my very special tea set that I got for our video that we made.
I was
and
thinking,
I can
should
spike it with rum if you want me to, Kevin, for your birthday.
I mean, I think you should. Uh-oh. What happened? We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but that's just part of the fun, guys. Let's see. Oh, the sound is working. That's good. Great. Awesome. Substances. Yes. Jane, we lost you. I wonder. Okay, so she's on her phone. She couldn't get her camera to work on her computer, and she probably got a call or something. So just hang out, guys. It's just a party, you can ask me questions. She could ask me questions. I could ask you questions. I can just keep promoting my album featuring Jensen, Quarantine Dream. Look, every single one of these is hand drawn. You don't want to, one day this is going to be worth a lot of money and you can sell it on eBay. And you can say, Kevin Vonesper touched this, and look, I have a video showing it. And you can show them this show right here. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And hey, another thing that happened since the last time Jane was here is I did monetize my channel. I met all the criteria. And it took me like over a year to make enough
Yes.
to actually do a payout.
Okay.
So super chats are here if you want to support the scene.
Cheers, Kevin.
Hello, cheers. Let's just
Happy birthday.
thank you.
Yes.
Oh, and let me get my scroll going.
I also have candy and cookies.
See, Jane came prepared.
I've got little M&Ms.
Nice.
And miniature biscotti.
Why is everything so small?
I don't know. I don't know. It just came that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if I should wear my pink fishnets to match. I didn't know if you were going to do the video thing or not.
I didn't know either. It was all last minute. Mm-hmm.
But it's all in the color scheme. I mean, come on, look at this. Blue and pink all the way back.
Yep.
This is my prop from the video that I grabbed. So
you
this is
art
in
directed the video with all of that good stuff. And that was a real surprise. I didn't know that you were going to do that. I was very pleased. That was very sweet.
Aw. Well, thank you for being a part of it. That was like a very I don't know, that was very cool. I respect you a lot as a musician, and you know, I don't know, a lot of people know you more from the acting side, but like that's how I found out about you. But when I heard your music, that's when I became a fan, you know what I mean?
Aw. Well, we're talking about your album.
I know. Why
Kevin Vonesper.
Yeah, let's talk about me. What do you want to know about
you
me?
for a change. Okay, so the first thing I want to ask you is tell me about your artwork.
In what way?
Because you've got the very consistent theme on every one of your covers. It couldn't be anyone else's artwork but yours. So what's behind it?
Lack of skill in drawing. And that's just how I like.
And you just went with it.
My friend talks about this a lot about the Ramones, where you know they wanted to sound like a pop group, like a really tight pop group, you know, like a 50s doo-wop or whatever. But their skills were bad, so they met in the middle with punk rock, you know, and that's kind of where I meet in the middle with the artwork. It's the ability, it's what you want it to be, plus what you can do. And this is what I can do. Really, I kind of embrace this. I don't like pretend that I'm a great artist like with my hands. I'm more of a musician and an artist through video, and yeah. But I just think it's funny, and also it's cheaper than printing a bunch of CDs professionally, and I don't have any money, so DIY for life.
More DIY.
Yeah.
Well, it goes well with the music. Super cool. I kind of thought that might be the story behind it all.
Yeah.
I have to tell my friends that are texting me right now that you're about to kick me back out of this show, but I'm so glad you're checking in with me, and I'm glad you're watching right now, Hunter.
What's happening?
I'm getting some texts of
okay.
people saying, "Hi, I'm watching you on the show." So
well, you guys don't text her. Go into the chat on the show, and then I'll display your comments. You're here with us.
Be with us. Be with us here.
Yes,
be
yes.
with us now.
You're distracting the host.
So we talked about your art style. Now let's talk about your fashion, Kevin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
You know,
glitter, fishnet, leather, zippers, snaps, buttons, and vinyl.
Snap. Yeah, I need a little bit more of all of that stuff. Yeah, you know, this all kind of came together like last year. I think on my birthday last year, I bought this jacket. It was my midlife crisis jacket, is what I call it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna commit to this branding, you know, glitter, something you can do a little bit different every time. It's also kind of DIY. Like there's also no, everyone like, and I'm happy about it. Everyone compliments my makeup and everything. But this takes like 30 seconds to do. I really don't know what I'm doing. I literally just like have this tub of glitter that I just press onto my face and hope it comes out okay. And but the glitter aesthetic, like I've been doing that for a long time with my band Von Esper. That is kind of what I was known for, I guess, before this. I always put glitter like on our t-shirts or on our CD covers, and you know, it would ruin a lot of people's yeah, it was a mess. But I
Glitter
kind of
can be
like I was like,
messy.
okay, let me take it off of the album cover and just put it on my face. So then it just bothers me and nobody else. And the fishnets, okay, let me tell you about this particular set of fishnets that I always wear. It's my favorite pair, or I guess it's not a pair. Do you call this a pair? My
Well, it's a
favorite
shirt,
fishnet
right? It's a
shirt. Yeah,
fishnet shirt.
I bought this at Trash and Vaudeville.
The one in
On
the New York Trash and Vaudeville?
Yeah, when it was on St. Mark's Place.
Is it still there?
It is still a store, but it's not in the same location. It's a couple
Mm.
blocks away now. Around the corner. It's not on St. Mark's proper anymore, which is kind of a
Remember
bummer.
Andy's Cheapies?
No, I don't remember that one. What's Andy's Cheapies?
It was really close to Trash and Vaudeville.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
I remember Religious Sex across the street.
Yes,
Remember
I
that
remember
one?
that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like 17 when I bought this, and I still wear it because it's the best fishnet shirt I've ever had.
And
So
if it gets holes in it, then you know that just makes sense.
I think I put all these holes in it to make it look cool, but I haven't really changed it in a long time. But yes. And now I've just put it all together, you know, my midnight crisis jacket, the glitter and fishnets.
So do you have a style icon?
No, I don't think I do. That's a good
Oh,
question.
so your voice, you have this sound in your voice where you sound a little bit like well, first did you listen to much Rancid? The singer of Rancid kind of sounds like he has got a little bit of a cold,
Tim
right?
Armstrong.
He sounds like he has a little bit of a cold when he sings, like he's got the sniffles, like he's coming down with something, like a kid with a and I really think it's very cute and endearing, and you have that same sort of vibe to your the sound of your voice. And so when I was thinking of how do I describe Kevin, and then my first thought was oh, and also Bart Simpson has that sound to his voice.
Oh, okay.
He also kind of sounds like he's got a cold.
Bart Simpson and Tim Armstrong.
And Kevin Vonesper.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think like the style wise, a little bit of Lou Reed mixed in there.
See, I don't know much about Lou Reed, so I guess I really have to investigate. I mean, I know who he is. I've been in the same room with him once.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
What's that story?
Room meaning concert venue, I guess. You know, cool. He wasn't playing though. He was in the audience. It was a World Inferno Friendship Society show, and it was at Webster Hall in New York. And I didn't know he was there until afterwards, but apparently we were both at the same show.
You didn't see him?
I didn't see him, no.
Okay.
But I know who he is. I know the Velvet Underground a little bit, but I never really dove too deep into him. I guess I should do that.
Okay, let's get into the album and talk about my favorite track, I Got Up Today.
Oh, really? It's not your song?
Well, I mean, that's a given. No, yeah. I like I Got Up Today. I think it's jam.
Thank you.
So tell me about that song.
Well, that video should come out next week. I'm planning on getting that out for Bandcamp Friday next week. And that is a song I had to modify at first because it sounded too much like a Jack Off Jill song, not intentionally.
I haven't heard of I haven't thought about Jack Off Jill in a long time. Do you know those girls?
Not personally, no.
Oh my gosh. I used to hang out with Jessica
really?
At least in the early days when we were both in California at the same time or in LA. Wow. Yeah. I should look her up and see.
Yeah, Jessica, sure, I'll have her on the show.
Oh, you know what? I bet if Eric Hunter's in this chat, I bet he knows exactly what's up with Jessica.
Eric, let us know.
Eric, what happened, buddy? I think he's split.
Still here.
Or maybe he's just kind of
lurking,
lurking, but not
Well, feel free
interacting.
to interact, everybody.
Somebody out there knows where Jessica is
Yeah.
and what she's up to. She's probably got a zillion followers on Instagram somewhere.
I should look her up, see what's going on with that. Are they still a band? I mean, I don't know if they officially broke up or.
I know she had a new band, and I know that has like the scar. It's some kind of play on the something scar.
Okay.
But I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
It'll come to me.
Someone put it in the chat for me.
Yes.
Yeah. That was so. The whole trilogy of albums is based on music that I wrote during the pandemic, and that was sort of like an experiment because it's all intentionally not like the stuff that I would usually write, which is for the most part when I have a song idea, I don't like it just comes into my head and I have to play it out. Like I don't sit down to write a song. So for this, I was like, I'm gonna just sit down with absolutely nothing and then create from scratch. And I Got Up Today is not one of those songs. Actually, I wrote that music a couple months before the pandemic, but I was like, I'm using it. It's so cool.
And it fit the theme still.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I the lyrics came way later. And I got my friend and collaborator Amani Coppola to be on the track with me. And she's just, do you know anything about Amani Coppola?
Tell me about Amani Coppola.
She's a brilliant and kind of crazy lady, and that's partially why she's brilliant, I think. She's been on the show. Go check it out, everybody. It's an interesting episode. Amani Coppola was, I guess, what you would call a one-hit wonder from the 90s. She had this song called Legend of a Cowgirl.
That sounds like my kind of song.
It's actually...
I'm looking that up right now.
We could play it. I could look it up and play it right now.
That would be awesome.
She was like a teenager.
I'm going to get my cowboy hat.
Yeah, get your cowboy hat.
Okay,
all right, I'm going to cue up the song. How fun. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this.
Yeah, motherfucker.
And I was wondering if you knew it. I didn't know the song. All my friends knew it. This is like, I don't know, 1997 or something like that. And it's sort of not so much in the industrial sense, but like it's sort of in your wheelhouse of music, I think. And around the same time period. Let's see. Whoops, that's not what I want. How do I do this? Oh, yes. Okay.
Also, I can look it up over here.
I got it. Hopefully, hey, if we go down because of copyright, we'll come back.
Okay.
Don't worry. That's for the audience. I don't think we would go anywhere.
She looks kind of badass.
Yeah,
she is really badass.
She's like 17 here, and actually she was going to the same college that I ended up graduating from, or she dropped out to do this.
Right now.
Yeah. So how I discovered her was
cute.
way later. She was in a band called Peeping Tom with Mike Patton.
Uh-huh.
You know Mike Patton?
Uh-uh.
From Faith No More.
Oh yeah.
And like all these other bands. So that's how I discovered her.
So awesome.
And yeah,
go ahead.
We just been doing stuff periodically since like, I don't know, 2009 or something like that.
Yeah.
And she does most of the violins on my albums and stuff.
Sweet. This is.
Do you know this song?
I can't actually hear it well enough to recognize it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get in trouble on YouTube.
Okay. No, I've never heard this song before.
Yeah, I didn't know it
What year
either.
did it come out? Let's see.
Like 97 or 98-ish.
97.
Yeah.
Cute, cute.
Yeah.
All right, back to
Anyways,
Kevin.
you get the point. Yeah. Yeah, Amani's great, and I gave her that song to make it shine, and she added a verse and a bunch, and she does the violins in the intro before it too, so it's kind of like connected.
Yeah, it's cool. I
And
like it.
there's a reference to her on my first album. No, it's on this album, the song Midnight, when I talk about different New Year's Eves.
Yes.
The night that I wrote that song, it was New Year's Eve 2001 to 2002, I guess. And there's a line about her because I watched her on TV. She was part of the Times Square show. She performed with Cyndi Lauper.
With who?
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So it was she's in the video because I'm like filming my TV. And it's cool. It's I have a great video coming out for it real soon. And
That's what's coming out next, right?
yeah, that'll be
And
next.
so we get to look for that this Bandcamp Friday. This
That's the
coming Bandcamp
plan.
Friday.
Yeah. Or in conjunction with VonCamp Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's sort of in it. She is in it via puppet. She sent me videos of her as a puppet, not as herself. So
That's pretty cute. That
yeah.
reminds me of something.
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of your alter ego, Kevin the Dinosaur. What's up with that?
Okay, yeah. So Kevin the Dinosaur, which there's also a little mini song about that on my album. There's actually a video for that I haven't really officially put out yet if you want to see it.
Okay.
And it's a short one because it's one of those short songs.
Okay.
But the short preparation is so I've been in Green Jelly since 2000.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say that video that you opened with was
Yeah.
was a lot of fun, and then I realized that was you up there playing guitar.
Yeah, that was
shredding it.
I was one of them. Yeah, there's a lot of there's actually over 1,000 of us, not all at once, but there's over 1,000 members of this band. Grammy nominated Green Jelly, most famous for the Three Little Pigs song in the 90s. And I want to mention quickly the little kid playing guitar in that video in the beginning is the grandson of Lou Malia, the label guy who signed them and Tool.
Oh wow!
Because the members of Tool were in Green Jelly at the time.
And the kid is playing, is already playing guitar.
Yeah, he's
sweet.
like 15 or something like that. It was his first concert, and he played in the band or whatever. Yeah, it's crazy.
Was he up there for just that song or the whole
No,
set?
he was up there the whole time. I don't know if
Sweet.
he knew all the songs, but it doesn't really matter in that band because it's just so chaotic. But anyways, the quick Dino story is I was on tour with them in 2008, and there was another band. So there was 3 bands, and we were all sort of like interchangeable members. And one of the other bands was the Rosemary's Billy Goat, which is like a sort of a parody of like satanic rock. And there's like these big Billy Goat costumes we wore with these big glowing eyes, and the singer would come out on stilts and blow fire and have like this pepperoni pizza pentagram and all this stuff, you know. And yeah, it was crazy. And I would always break my horn off, one of my horns. And so Bill from Green Jello said I looked like a dinosaur and not a billy goat. So thus I became Kevin the Dinosaur. And then I was like, well, I guess I should just get a dinosaur costume and be Kevin the Dinosaur for that band.
See.
And eventually I want to make a proper costume, but the past couple of years it's been a onesie. And there's an action figure of me too. I'll grab
I'm
it.
glad I asked. I did not
Yeah.
know all of this rich information.
So yeah, I'll play the video. It's a quick
Yeah, let's check it out.
And it's just a compilation of videos or footage of me from recent Green Jello shows over the past couple of years. Okay, let's do it.
Ooh. Hey, I'm over here now. How about a little side quest? A little side quest from Kevin the Dinosaur, my prehistoric pal over here. Oh!
I'm Kevin the fucking dinosaur. Hear me roar, roar. I am here to crush your heart and make you awesome art.
He rocks! He rolls! An adventure always unfolds.
I'm Kevin the effing dino. Hello. Not an existential threat. I have no regrets. Cool noodles. Yeah.
Oh, if only I had a noodle. I'd be going wild right now. That
We gotta
was
get
really
you,
funny.
Jane. We gotta get you a noodle.
I know.
Yeah, look, we got Titties the Clown, member 1005 here.
Huh?
Titties
What?
the Clown is Green Jello member 1005.
Okay. Are they accepting new members, Kevin?
All the time. You can definitely be a part of this.
Sign me up
I'm
now.
number 237.
I will get a noodle, and
they
I'll
bring
get
their
my
own.
own sort of onesie
What-
idea.
Jane, what would your character be?
I don't know. I got to think about it because I want it to be really good. I want it to stand out.
Yeah, well, it's typically duct tape and foam costumes. So
Okay. I have
couch
both of those
cushions.
things in my garage right now.
Ooh, see?
So look out. Okay, next question.
Yes.
What was my next question? My next question is what is his name? Your cousin, Andy the cousin? Or is it Pete?
I don't know what.
Pete, cousin Pete. What's up with cousin Pete?
Who's cousin Pete? Oh, cousin P.
Oh, P. There's no T in that name.
No, his name is Pat though. That's just his nickname. He's not actually my cousin. He's my friend.
That's really misleading.
From high school. He calls himself that. I didn't make that up for him. Like that's his handle.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to credit people with their best silly names and everything. And he's cousin P, and he narrates my
so
first
he's my
album.
cousin too.
He's all of
everybody's
our
cousin.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If you saw him, you'd be like, he's definitely not your cousin. I mean, one of us would have to be adopted.
These things happen.
Yeah, no, like, so yes, he is like
I'm down with being cousin P's cousin.
He's a chosen family member.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my friend for over 20 years, and we're gonna try to resurrect our high school band Society Can't Accept Me this year. I think it's our 20th anniversary or something like that. And if it's not, we're gonna make it up and say that it is, because it's all a scam.
Right.
Get it? Society Can't Accept Me. That's the acronym.
So when you bring cousin P onto a track, do you direct cousin P, or does cousin P just come in with his own swagger and thing and lay it down?
I give him some notes and some themes and some general it's like half written and then half improvised.
Mm-hmm.
And the first album he did on his own, because he lives in LA. And this one he was visiting, so I got him in my studio. I got a microphone and a computer. That's my studio. And we kind of vibed it out together, and he had some great lines. Like he had that one about D-Light, and then I was like, well, if you're gonna talk about D-Light, then you got to do the Bootsy dig, dig.
He did that really well.
Yeah.
I almost thought it was a sample for a moment.
Yeah, he's good at that. We love Bootsy here.
Here too.
So he's my punk rock friend from high school. Yeah, Pat, cousin P.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let me.
And I needed someone to guide us through these albums. And the second one is a video game. So I have two people playing the video game of life instead of him narrating. So that's the difference. But then he comes back for the third album to close it out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You take a left turn where you focus on the furry friends.
Oh,
the kitties in cars and the pets
yeah.
in quarantine. That was really cute.
I got a video for that. You want to see it?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I think there's a huge community on Instagram that would embrace these songs, Kevin.
I am waiting for them to find me.
Hashtag.
Before we continue, I'd like to give a shout out, to raise my glass, to give a standing ovation to all the pets out there, to all the cats and dogs out there, to the tabbies, to the golden retrievers. Y'all are some good boys. To those weird dogs with bad attitudes that like to bark at me whenever I walk past them. I see you big time. To all the cats on the street that let me come up to them and scratch their heads. You are very good. You're wonderful, actually. To all the kitties out there, the orange cats running all around. I owe you a car.
Yeah. So actually, there's a kind of a funny story about that. Funny or tragic, the way depending on how you look at it. Before I had separated these songs into albums, I was just putting stuff out like during the pandemic, and it was just an instrumental. So I put that out sometime in like 2020, probably 2020, right? And with the whole video, I don't have any pets, so I just asked all my friends to like send me videos of their pets. And I just had the Ewoks. Those are vintage 80s Ewoks, you know, stuffed animals and everything from my stuffed animals. Those are my pets. And I just thought the world needed a little bit of levity, you know, because it was a very harrowing, you know, sort of situation we were in. And that the day I put it out was the day that the George Floyd protests started.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this is terrible timing. Well, I'm just gonna kind of wait on that one for yeah. So I kind of it's nice that it's gotten a re-release sort of in like, you know, 2024, a couple of years later. Or it's never a good time to release anything because there's always bad news. But hopefully you get some levity.
That's true, especially lately, and more and more so.
It's crazy out there.
Yeah, there's that uncomfortable feeling about you know, just getting online and having some fun when there's so much.
Yeah, especially then, because I wanted to, you know, I wanted to support all of the good causes and everything. So it was like, I don't want to be reposting this because then it looks like insensitive, you know, like you kind of have to like pull back on the fun for a minute.
Yep.
And so that song kind of just got buried.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's on the album.
And now it's on the album.
Yeah.
Amidst lots of other fun stuff. What else did I want to ask you about?
Look, here's my Kevin the dinosaur toy.
Yeah, that's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it? Did you make it?
It was a custom made. This guy makes all these like guar and green jelly toys, and he made one for me. Yeah, John Poppy, check him out. And then here's the sticker, Kevin the dinosaur sticker. If you want one, let me know. For anyone out there,
I will in the chat.
Yes.
So I remember seeing another video where you're driving. I think.
Yeah.
Is that Going Nowhere Fast?
Yes.
Why don't we watch that?
All right. That one's got a story too.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
You want to tell the story before or after?
I'll do it during. I'll just
Okay.
keep it a little lower. This. So this is
I like these guitars.
yeah. So this is. Oops, that's too low. All right, can you hear the
And then
music?
you need to talk about your fuzzy guitar sound because I dig that too.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, because the fuzzy guitar sound, that's like more of my normal vibe. So it's almost weird that this ended up on the album. This is what most of my music sounds like. So this is me driving to, I believe, we're at the Red Party, which is the goth party I do once a month at the Mercury Lounge. March 8th, if anyone's in the East
The
Coast.
Mercury Lounge.
Yeah.
Kevin. Oh my gosh.
Every
way
second
back.
Saturday. And I was like, oh, let me film a video for this song while I'm driving back and forth, right? Just throw up the GoPros. And then, spoiler alert, at the end of the video, there's a car crash in front of me.
I'm
Directly
glad
in
that
front
it
of me.
wasn't your car crash.
Yes, I'm glad too. But I was like, holy shit. But here's the crazy part of that story is the guy who was in the car crash ended up at the party I was at. So now I know him and I'm like, I have footage of your car crash. Do you want it? And can I use it? And he said yes and yes.
That is a trip.
So I didn't feel as bad, using it because I blurred out his information or his license plate.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy shit. So that free production value. Just set up a GoPro in your car and maybe you'll see something crazy.
So this looks really sweet. Did you do let's see, what's it called? Did you do any post effects on this?
I just kind of sped up the like the time-lapse stuff.
But the color is all kind of like just
That's pretty natural. I mean, maybe I did a little bit of color correction, but not much.
it
Yeah.
looks cool.
Thank you. That's New York City for you, or that's maybe not that part. I think that's probably the Palisades Parkway. But yeah,
It looks really good.
This is more the vibe of my normal music, which is like heavy, intense, grungy, like punk rock stuff. And that's what my band Pop Perversion sounds like.
How many bands do you have?
Well, just that one really, because the solo thing I don't really consider a band, So Vonesper sort of turned into Pop Perversion, and I'm still sort of. Well, last year on my birthday stream, wait, here it is, boom! Holy crap!
Wow!
Yeah.
Back it up a little bit.
Yeah, you want to see that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I didn't plan that.
You can't pay for that. That just
Exactly.
turned your little homemade video into like a super high budget.
Yep.
I just saw some clip recently with Lady Gaga saying she was on some shoot for her video and it started to rain and they were going to pack everything in. And she said, no, we just got free rain. Do you know how expensive that is? If we would have wanted rain for the shoot, keep rolling.
That's why I like when I do photography at parties. I do my best work usually outside the club because New York City is its own like production value. Like there's always red lights and just energy and lights and crazy buildings and stuff. And it's better than the void of a goth club inside.
It's New York.
Yeah. Pop Perversion. I'm working on 25 songs right now.
God. Okay, so I was gonna ask you too that there seems like in some of the songs kind of an improvisational vibe, but at the same time you put out a lot of tracks. I mean, what did you hold up? There were like 4 in that series.
This is the solo albums or trilogy, yeah.
A
And I
trilogy?
I try to keep each album to about 30 minutes. I think that's like the attention span right now.
But do you sit down and write those? Wait, what did you say?
I like to keep the albums to about 30 minutes each. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that's kind of like the
Do,
attention span.
do you spend, for example, like the writing of the lyrics, and is it more improv, or do you spend time, you know, I know there's one song that you have a verse that just kind of says, I don't have any lyrics here, so, and then you
Yeah.
just say some random words. So, is that
Yeah.
in
That was
general, is that kind of part of your approach to just
the
improv it
lyrics.
out, or just once in a
Yeah.
while? Do you have a
Well,
style,
I did write that
format?
down before I sang it. That was probably one of the last songs to like form
Hmm.
lyrically. Lyrics always come last to me. That's why I like to have singers in my band that I could just give them the songs and they can write the fucking lyrics. You know, like when I gave you that song, I was like, I don't know what to do with this, so I'll just follow your lead, you know. Music always comes first, and then a lot of the guitar like leads and stuff like that and bass lines are sort of improv while I'm recording.
Hmm.
The lyrics are usually written down. That song though, I was just like, all right, I got like 30 songs here. I don't know what else to say, you know. So it just kind of came out like that. And
Gotcha. Cool, cool.
yeah, I don't like writing lyrics. I do it sometimes, but I like my the statement I want people to take away from this is more the music
Hmm.
for me.
Well, certainly. Well done. A lot of fun.
Well, thank you.
Lot of
And
fun.
you always have some great descriptions for my music. I'm just like, wow, that I forget what they are, but you
I
always have
like
great
describing music.
lines.
If I had more time in my life and my brain, I would love to review music and write
Yeah,
about music, but
right.
I don't
Yeah,
have time.
of course.
But I love to do that. What else about this? What do you want to share about this fun album, Kevin?
Um, I think it's
Your
the
live
best
show, when are
one.
you going to perform it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, when
Yes, no.
someone pays me. Yeah, that's why it's like if I'm gonna. So here's the thing. uh, These were just a pandemic experiment albums. Like I never intended to do any solo music or even be a singer. Like I sang a little bit in my high school bands, but like that's not really what I want to do or like doing. Or I don't even like my voice very much. You know, I don't think I'm a very good singer. I kind of like do what I can do with it, you know, which is not too
That's what
much.
makes it unique, and
Right.
that's what gives you your vibe. So
That's
that's good.
also true. I hope people enjoy it because I don't like listening to myself very much vocally. And that's why well, now that these albums are out, I'm focusing back on the rock band stuff. Even though Pop Version's not an actual band yet, that's the one that'll probably be performed live because that's like my high intensity rock music stuff. But it's all the same really. It's just like I start a song and then I give it to my friends and see what they can add to it, and I hope people want to collaborate. And I will definitely be sending you these if you are interested in working on any of these songs, because one thing that I've discovered, because okay, last year for my birthday I did a stream. I did an epic 6-hour stream show, and part of that was I premiered the first Pop Perversion song.
Hmm.
And it was pretty rough. Like it's definitely sort of more like a demo than a finished track. But I just kind of wanted to be like, here it is. I'm starting this thing, and look, I already have someone redesigning the logo, but like I have this logo here, Pop Perversion.
Oh, I like
You
that.
know, yeah, that's kind of the
That's cute.
vibe. It's like it's glitter and it's gore. You know, it's the humans versus the machines. It's pretty and it's ugly and all that stuff. You know, that's kind of, as you were asking me about the makeup before, actually the origin of sort of doing this was I bought all this glitter because I wanted to design a makeup sort of routine for this project where it looks like our faces are like bruised or messed up. Like I used to do makeup in some bands where we would put liquid latex on and then pinch it, so when it dries it looks like your skin is all like caved in and fucked up, and then like kind of painted in, so it's like our faces are burnt off or something, you know. And I wanted to incorporate that but with like glitter blood, like I'm fucked up but I'm bleeding glitter. And this is just a very quick version of that because I don't
That's
have
so
time to put
glam
liquid
rock. I don't
latex on
even
me.
know where to go with it.
Yeah, so that's really where this is all going. It's because look, it's the disco ball is being destroyed, and
Mhm.
the perversion is like the vines that are taking over, and the vines are wires. Be careful with that technology, you know.
A picture's worth a
So
thousand
yeah,
words.
that's the next. Now that these albums are out, that's the next thing, and that's actually what I want the takeaway to be: is get ready for the real shit. Because if you liked this, I'm really glad, but this isn't what I want to be known for. You know what I
Ah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have different like musical projects like that where you're like, I hope people remember me more for this than this was fun, but it's not really like my legacy.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah. In fact, you said that you had some music to share, and I'm kind of trying to put everything on hold right now because I owe someone a whole album, which I
Oh,
haven't written yet. And then I
okay,
have
yeah,
this
yeah.
other project in the back of my mind that I really want to do, that I'm trying to find time to do. Um,
What is it? Are you allowed to say?
no, I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
I cannot say. I'm so excited about
Secret.
it though. So I'm just trying to find time to work on it and explore it and
Yeah.
bring it to life. Um, I have just kind of completed a lot of collaborations and things that I have committed to,
Yeah.
back since like last summer, and I'm trying to clear the deck so that I'm just gonna zone in and focus on writing and getting some new stuff done.
Well, that's exciting.
But that said,
Yeah.
we'll see, Kevin.
Right, that's fair.
You know,
That's what
I'm
I
the
was.
opposite of you. I love to write lyrics. I love to make up melodies, and I just, I do it while I'm washing the dishes, and I do
Right.
it all day
Great.
long.
Nice. Yeah,
Um,
because last year I kind of came in here like with a singer, and now I'm like, this is gonna be one of those projects where there's gonna be different singers on every song, or different songs, because it's gonna be impossible to get one person to commit to all this. So it's kind of like, if you want to do one for, I have, this is 25 songs that are like structurally finished, but I have like albums and albums of stuff like waiting to go. So there's no lack of material. If you don't have time, and this is for you and anyone else I'm collaborating with, it's like, if you don't have the time for it now, that's fine. Let me know when you do. I will always have songs.
you've got music to last you
I have a 20-year
the
archive
future.
I'm trying to get out. Plus,
Sweet.
this is actually part of like 45 or 46 songs I started in 2015. And yeah, I'm finally trying to get them done. There was a lot of them were supposed to be for my band Vonesper, and I had drums recorded from the for some of it by Brian Viglione from the Dresden Dolls, and Amani Coppola did violins, and I got the drummer from the live performance in the beginning, Chris Mandry, is giving me a bunch of drum tracks now. So it's coming together, and it's gonna be the real deal.
Sweet.
Yes. I hope that answers your question.
100%.
Yay.
So what else? What else? I'm kind of running.
Yeah.
I've got a few more minutes to hang and chill. By the way, I saw it did come up in chat. Scarling is Jessica's most,
Oh yeah, right.
I
I
don't know if
have
it's her
heard that.
most recent band, but that's what came after Jack Off Jill.
Right. Yes, that does sound familiar. All right.
If you ever want a
Cool.
jaw harp triangle, side whistle, or drums, this clown's got you, Kevin.
But
And that
titties,
comes from Titties the
titties the
Clown.
clown. Yeah. But titties, the question is, can you record from home with no budget? Because that's really what I'm looking for. I don't have money to go into the studio. This is all DIY right now. How about I ask you a couple questions?
Okay.
Well, I want to lead in with this. This was very fascinating to me that I put all the pieces together recently. Um, there's a documentary that came out this week called Dinner with Leatherface. Have you
Is
heard
that
about it?
so?
Yes, it's about Gunnar Hansen, the guy who played Leatherface
Mm.
in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
And this is produced by Michael and directed by Michael Callio, who is helping me co-produce my documentary. And in fact, it's almost like a compliment piece because not only is my subject in this documentary, we actually share some of the same interviews. Like when he was conducting interviews for his documentary, he was also asking them questions for my documentary. So it's interesting editing all day and then watching this and being like, I recognize that footage because I look at it every day. But I discovered that you were in a movie with Gunnar Hansen. Did you know that? I don't think it ever came out, but they did talk about it for a minute in this movie.
What movie was it?
I don't know if I can pronounce it, so I'm just going to show you.
I'm so excited.
Uh,
Oh, I love that movie.
did it ever
Oh,
come out? Because I don't.
no.
So Gunnar Hansen is in that movie.
That's right. But you know what? I mean, everybody else is in that movie as well.
That's
Do you know
also seems
Hank
true.
Williams the third is in that
Yeah,
movie,
I
or is it
saw
the
that.
fourth?
Yeah, and some of the Misfits
Hank
are in it.
3. Who else?
And Brink Stevens and Linnea
Bring
Quigley.
Steven and yes.
Yeah, and they're a big part of the story of my documentary. And Brink and Michelle Bauer is in my documentary, and trying to get Linnea.
Quigley.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We had
tell me
fun.
about this movie. What's the deal? The director is in this documentary.
I think I had just had my two little ones and was in Indiana. Trafalgar is a small, tiny town in southern Indiana, and Solomon Mortimer is is a film director, and he lives down there on a farm in Trafalgar, and he's been working on this film for years, and he's been shooting it kind of incrementally. He emailed me and asked if I wanted to be involved, and he told me his whole story, and I just fell in love with his story and really wanted to be involved. And he told me that Brink was coming and Linnea was coming, and we were going to be I'm trying to remember exactly the roles that we were playing and how they interacted. But anyway, what was exciting was getting down there to the farm and then going into one of these, giant barns. And in there is where he's built these aliens and alien heads and
Yeah, it looks crazy.
robots and all of these incredible things that he drafted and molded. And it's just not what you expect to see when someone slides open a barn door, in the midst of the hay, to see these giant aliens and robots and things. But I had such a heart for that movie, and I didn't care if it looked like crap or it sucked ultimately. Although I had every confidence that it might be absolutely amazing, but I just did want it to come out for him. And the soundtrack would have been incredible because it had all of this.
I think the soundtrack is out. I did see that. It was all
really?
horror
I
punk
gotta look for
bands,
that.
like Blitzkid and all that kind of stuff.
So then Solomon, I went in into his place, and he's just got all the old movie memorabilia, all of the monster movies and all kinds of just fun stuff. Yeah, really fond memories of that, and was really kind of sad that it didn't look like it was gonna come together finally and come out. And I still don't understand why, because it seems like he shot enough footage over time and with all of the ability of post effects that certainly something's there to be released, but
Yeah, 'cause I was looking for it, and then I saw the documentary, and he was talking about it. He was like, "I really regret that never came out."
he
And it's
really
just,
loved it too, or he was really
it's like,
hopeful.
okay, dude, we'll put it out, man. Did you
Yeah.
get to hang out with Gunnar at all? Or-
No,
no.
we didn't
Is it-
shoot on the same.
Right.
I don't think we. Maybe we did. Oh
Man,
gosh,
imagine there's a scene of you and Gunnar in this movie that's not out. See,
that would
he
that
died
would make my
a little,
day.
like 10 years ago or something like that. So
Wow.
yeah.
I'm gonna reach out to Solomon and say, "What's up?" You can find him on Facebook. Solomon Mortimer.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, dude, let me
Put
see
your
your
movie
fucking
out.
movie, dude.
Get to
Because
it.
I love, the Scream Queens. They're like a big part of the story of my documentary.
Yeah.
Frank and Michelle are so
So
cool.
tell me, I don't know anything about your documentary.
Okay, well, do you want to? I have something to show for it if you want to see it.
You mean a clip?
Yeah, I figured,
Roll that tape, Kevin.
this is the intro. It's about 4.5 minutes or something if you have the time.
I have about that time, and then I'm gonna have to go.
Great.
So
So-
let's see it. This will be a great way to end the show.
Yeah,
on such an
because I'm
exciting
so
note.
excited about it. I probably shouldn't be even doing this, but you know what? I want the world to know. So this is sort of like the working intro of my rough cut. So
Okay.
There used to be discussion about the importance of danger, chaos, the possibility of something happening that really wasn't on the schedule.
Mr. Dookie Fly Swatter and
The Haunted Garage!
Haunted Garage.
Haunted Garage is a full-on assault.
If you took 80s slasher movies and put it in a blender with metal and punk rock, you're gonna get Haunted Garage.
Dookie and his crew were almost like making horror movies,
That's
horror
right.
punk.
But the gag is, you're in the splash zone.
It is splatter rock. It is chainsaw rock and roll.
Imagine Alice Cooper with about 1/100th the money.
If the Cramps had been a heavy metal band.
Crazy as H, blood-splattered, ear-splitting hilarity.
The Wizard of Oz meets splatter horror films.
The gag is, you're in the splash zone.
You're covered with goo and blood, and if you're not completely soaked, you didn't have a Haunted Garage show.
It's like going to a horror movie, except it's actually happening.
It's basically walking into the most brutal, gory film right in front of your face.
That's Dookie. I mean, he wants to take it as far as he can take it.
You gotta see this band.
There was this real fervor at the time about shock rock, how bad it was for the kids.
The shock value was exactly what I wanted.
I look over and I see Dookie with his arms on fire.
The flashes from the rear end.
He got brain surgery live on stage.
Whenever you find something weird, we'll give a use for it.
It's not an act that we put on to go on stage.
We were real.
There was some shit being exercised right there.
That was the raw stuff.
You walk out of there feeling like you've maybe left the planet for a little while.
It's kind of like a Stanley Kubrick, Clockwork Orange concept type of band with a Roger Corman, I ain't got a pot to be in budget.
Their legacy is they were unique.
They did things that weren't being done, and they did things that were outside of people's comfort zones.
Dookie was always just ahead of his time on that.
But it really rocked hard. I mean, he had really good musicians in the band.
We didn't want it to be only this deep. We wanted it to be this deep.
It's Haunted Garage. That's the whole point of taking things too far.
They just were doing it to have a good time and make you laugh.
It was always fucking fun.
Actually, we're a lot more stable than I think Bill Cosby.
I don't know how to explain it. It exploded.
Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons.
Tom Waits was there.
We climbed Axl Rose.
There were lines around the block to see Haunted Garage. They were the it band at the time.
Those guys were gods to who they were gods to.
He's an icon of the underground exploitational genre.
Punk rock god of Hollywood.
Bela Lugosi's horrible punk rock grandson.
G.G. Allen, but fun.
He's like a friendly vampire.
He was LA's Peter Lorre.
He jumped out from the crowd just by standing there.
He has such an unusual look.
A real natural-born freak.
If you were out with Dookie, people would stop and take a look. I think the man is beautiful.
He really is, was a handsome guy.
You need somebody in a movie, that's the guy that you want.
Roger Ebert said it's the worst movie he's ever seen.
Cold Steel, Sharon Stone? Who knew? He had a great writing career.
He needs to be put down in history.
He puts everything he's got into it. He made his whole life his art.
I think that the whole world should know about him.
Now I'm gonna cry.
As Dookie would always say, it'll play in Peoria.
Welcome. Like some brains. Pretty corny, huh?
Oh God.
Yeah. Does that get you excited?
Oh man, I'm squeamish.
Oh, well, it's all stage blood.
No, it's fun. It's fun. I personally have to stay out of the splash zone, but I love watching it.
Well, they don't do it anymore. They've retired, and that was mostly from the late 80s and early 90s.
So that's all footage that you've gathered, and then what's the format gonna be?
It just tells the story. I don't know. It's probably a little too long right now. I have a cut that's about 2.5 hours, but I think every second of it is like, holy shit. You know, like they started in 1985,
Yeah.
and I filmed their last show when I was in LA filming for this in 2020. So
Awesome. Very
yeah.
exciting. Very fun. Did you ever meet Doug Sackman from Trauma?
Yes, we talked about him a little bit last time.
I ran across a text from him today, and man, I actually took a photo of it.
Yeah.
Because I was like sending a link to the show. Oh, it's in my phone, which is up here. I was sending links to the show to some of my friends, and so then I came across his last message on Facebook, and it said, "Love you and miss you, Jane. Can't wait till the next time we do something fun together."
Damn.
Made me
Yeah,
so
I didn't
sad.
know him well, but being in New York, like, you know, I've slept on a floor with him before. That's you know, and he would book my Zombie Misfits cover band, you know, for his zombie walk shows, and
Yeah.
you know, I just kind of knew him around the periphery, and I knew his ex-girlfriend a little bit, and she was part of this band that I was kind of following around, and yeah, and that actually, yeah, the Trauma connection is that Dookie Flyswatter was one of the stars of Surf Nazis Must Die.
Well, I was going to ask you anyway. I think that the trailer there for your documentary looks really dope, and
Thank you.
it
Yeah, R.I.P.
oozes-
Doug.
It
Yeah.
oozes with all kinds of fun facts about Doogie. So, what's your favorite Trauma movie?
Oh, come on. It's got to be Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, other than Romeo and Juliet.
Blood-Sucking Freaks. You know that one? I mean, it's one of their pickups, but you know, it's like
So yeah, it's one
really
that
gritty
they
from the
licensed
70s.
or they
Yeah.
acquisitioned, but not one that they made. Not
Yeah, I
in-house
like that
Trauma.
one. That one's pretty crazy.
My favorite acquisition is Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah, that's a good one. I always forget that's, you know, yeah, of course, the South Park guys. I mean, geez.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
Go ahead.
yeah, one of the guys you saw in that trailer, Carl Crew, who was an actor in Blood Diner, which is a movie that Dookie wrote, and he also owned the CIA, or the California Institute of Abnormal Arts in West Hollywood, passed away this week. So R.I.P. Carl Crew, another one
R.I.P.
fucking gone. Like so many people I've talked to about this documentary, like have died since I started it. It's really crazy.
Shovel says Troma's War is his favorite. Lloyd would love to hear that, Shovel. That's one of Lloyd's favorites too. Although I think Shakespeare's Shitstorm might
I
be
still
his
haven't
favorite.
seen it.
Because he's wearing drag the whole time, and I think he really gets a kick out of it.
You know, there's another one I haven't seen called Poultrygeist.
That one's
And,
that's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
His daughter in it, I think his daughter's in it, Lloyd's daughter, maybe just in the background, and she's wearing a Surf Nazis shirt with Tuki's face on it.
Oh.
So in a way, he's in that movie, you know.
It's all very insular.
Yeah.
Kevin, I have to start to
Yeah.
go. And gosh, it
Well,
makes
thank
me
you
sad.
so much. This is so cool. I'll, for anyone who's watching, I'll stick around for a little bit, see if there's any.
Are you going to venture out after this and continue to celebrate your
Oh
birthday?
no, that I'll do that this weekend probably, but Thursday night, not much going on,
Yeah.
So this is it. This is my big party tonight.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Kevin. I'm glad I got to share it with you. And
Yeah,
check out
thank
your
you so
album
much.
again, and check out your new movie trailer and all the cool things that you're up to.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll transition this. I'll play our video, and then I'll come back solo and just do a little bit of chatting with the audience.
Okay. Thanks for everybody that dropped in the chat. It's so good to see you, Lacey.
Yes, thanks everybody. Yes, this is so cool, man. I get to be interviewed by Jane Jensen. Wow, what an honor. From the Dolls. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever find any doll stuff? That's the question I need to ask you. Like, I know
Doll
we talked about
stuff.
the archive, and like
You mean
live
songs you hadn't heard yet? Or songs that
songs
I
and
released and then pulled
recordings.
that back? Or
Yeah, did you find anything?
I did move recently, and I've got my studio is a lot of unpacked boxes, so there is a possibility I might find some of those old tracks that didn't get released.
Nice.
I'll keep you posted.
Nice. All right, guys. VonEsper.bandcamp.com. Go get the record. Jane Jensen's on it. We're gonna play the video, and we're gonna say goodbye to Jane.
Okay, adios, Kevin.
I'll see
Bye.
you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. All right. I'll kick you out. You want me to kick
me
you out?
Kick me out
All
again.
right.
It's like the third time today.
Yes, I think she likes it. Bye. Hello, everybody. It's just me now. I'm going to cue up the video and take a little 3-minute break for myself. It's totally fine. Featuring Jane Jensen.
That's really sweet.
I'm fine, you're fine, everyone is totally.
It's fine, that's fine, everything is totally fine. Watch The Office, start a book, write an album. I'm really trying. I'm fine, you're fine, everyone is totally. It's fine, that's fine, everything is totally fine.
so cool. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to my birthday party. I know I missed some of your chats. Let's see if I can go back and rectify that situation. Small cups make the tea look bigger. Hell yeah. 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 I hope you're talking about my album. VonEsper.bandcamp.com. Thank you. Yes, exactly. It took, the payouts are, you have to make at least $100. It took me like at least a year. I just got my first payment like last week. It was pretty crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, exactly. It's one of a kind. It's punk rock. It's DIY. And I think it's cool as hell. What does that say? Cover for dudes who go to strip club. They can say not be. Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. Blame me for all your glitter, but also take me to the club with you. Yes, Scarling. Yeah. Hello. Oh, is that Amani Coppola when we were watching Amani? Titties, yes, yes, yes. The legend. How many noodles? You know, they bring their own noodles, so you gotta bring a costume of duct tape and foam, maybe, and a lack of talent. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's true. You can learn the songs. I mean, there's only like 7 songs that they play, so they're not very hard to learn. Then just everybody knows the songs, you know? Thank you. Glitter gore. Yes, that's my aesthetic. It's not quite there yet because I don't have the time and the skills, but I'm looking for some kind of makeup artist to work with me on that. Yes, Mandry, he hopefully soon he'll be on about 8 tracks, and I mean that dude's really good. Chris Mandry from Green Jello, check him out. Wait, I don't know what we were talking about here, but remind me. I know I'm like an hour behind. No, actually, I'm catching up. Cool. Trauma's War. Yeah. Terra Firma. Yeah, that's a good one too. I haven't watched that in a long time. I'm not sure how much that holds up, but I guess we'll see. I did meet Will Keenan once out and about. It was probably at one of Doug Sackman's events. Doug Sackman. R.I.P. dude. All right. Let's see. Yes. Feed me. Give me food. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, but not until next year, I guess, because I just got it. Me too. You got me too'd? Or are you me tooing me? MC Equations, that's right. Hey guys, what's up? I don't even know who's left. There's only like 3 or 4 of you left. If anyone has any questions, if anyone wants to join, let me know and I'll send you a link. But otherwise, you know, I want to tell you that I had a really cool birthday show last year that you should go revisit if you missed it. I did a 6-hour epic stream. I think Titties was there. VHS Mikey was there. Jeff Brumis was there. Green Jello joined for a little bit. And then my super secret special guest was Susie Gardner from L7 came to talk to me also in my documentary because L7 and Haunted Garage used to play shows together. And that's super cool. And it's here if you ever want to see it. Episode 35. Let's see, what else do I have in my slideshow? Yes, this movie that never came out with Brink Stevens. I'd love to see that. Oh, wow. Well, thank you. I'm glad that Jane has brought some people to my show, so you know who I am now. Yes, I think Titties showed up to my birthday show last year, and here he is again. He's a consistent man. Here's the album featuring Jane Jensen, Amani Coppola, Teledeath, Abby Death, Slim Jelly, Evil Kitty Keith, that's my brother, and Cousin P, who we talked about before. Go get it. VonEsper.bandcamp.com. If you really want to support me for my birthday, buy my art, man. It's like a cool coaster, plus there's a whole album on there. And the CD has a bonus track. All the CDs, all the physical media that I sell always has a bonus track that you can't get online. So that's like another extra cool thing about it. Yes, this is the documentary. Oh, yes, let me announce some shows. I booked some shows. March 6th, Rin is back. We had a great conversation last time, and there's so much more to say. I think we were both crunching on time because we were both going out after the show, not, in our separate cities. And we're going to do it again. Follow up on some of those cool conversations. Cynthia Von Bueller. Yeah. If you watched my show with Melissa Kaplan from Splashdown, this will be a compliment to that. And Cynthia has had her own very unique, awesome career. She does comic, sort of like adult themed 1920s set burlesque style comic books now, I guess. And it's just the whole thing. It's very interesting. Just stick with me. I swear I will introduce you to the most interesting artists that you never heard of, and some of the people that you do. And look, speaking of green jelly and stinky flesh, Slim will be on the show. We're gonna celebrate the release of their new song Hobby Horse, which I actually play guitar on. So, gotta do a show about it, of course. And then Big Nazo, this is someone else I met while playing with Green Jello. I don't even understand the whole thing, but it's like an international society of crazy people in costumes, and this is just like a small, tiny little portion of them. I'm gonna find out. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, and Jeff Brumis, this is the show that I was supposed to have in December. We'll figure it out. Go watch his documentary, Kuyashi Ganzo, Blood Vision and Chaos Magic. Sort of a behind the scenes of no budget filmmaking. Yeah. Oh, and guess what? I can announce this. If you're into the Guar Pod, my show about Guar, I booked Brad Roberts, who is the drummer, Jizmak Dagusha. He's been in the band since 1989 or 90, so 30 something years. He's one of the one of the last current members that I haven't had on the show yet. That's gonna be awesome. Oh, and this is some old episodes I think you should check out, because on our first episode with Jane, we talked about Martin Vesey, who recorded some of Jane's music in his studio. Also the Dresden Dolls and the Boredoms and the Swans and like Bootsy Collins, I think once, all kinds of crazy stuff. He worked on that cool Helmet album, Betty, which I love. Go check it out. And this is the original episode. Look at how short my hair was, man. It's so long now. It's the longest it's ever been. And that's today. Cool. Yeah. I'm not going to wait around for that. Yes. I remember there was an X-Files soundtrack or of some sort CD, and it had one of those songs on it. It was so annoying because if you go back too far, you have to do it all over again. I can't remember the other CD that did that, but it was like, that's so cool, and also like the most annoying thing in the world. It was such a product of its time. Now, secret tracks, it's like, oh no. Yeah. Cool, guys. I don't know. I think maybe that's it. I don't know if I have anything else for you. Thanks for coming to my birthday party. And thank you again, Jane Jensen. God, I've been a fan of Jane since 2000 at least. You know, definitely over 20 years, 25 years. Go check out The Dolls, her awesome rock band that I'm obsessed with from the mid 2000s or early 2000s. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for you. Thanks for coming to my birthday party. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. And again, pop version. Not to say don't enjoy my solo records. Definitely do. But pop perversion, that's where my heart always is going to be. That rock, that heavy rock music. I wish I had a sample for you, but I'm working on it. And there's nothing presentable at the moment. But oh my God, it's intense. It's heavy. It's heavy in sound more than structure. You know, like the thing about metal for me is most of the songs I think are really boring, but I love the sound and the intensity of it. So that's what I took from it. But it's like if Dead Z was punk rock, but also on Broadway, because there's, you know, violins and horns and like orchestral elements and also industrial elements. It's like it's everything, but in a very intense mashup, and I'm excited about it. Hello. Yes, I'm the Dino. Hit me up if you want some Kevin the Dinosaur stickers, because I got a bunch of them. And yeah, cool, man. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below because it feeds the algorithm. VonEsper.bandcamp.com. Go buy the CD. Jane Jensen's on it. Bye.
Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Like, share, subscribe.